Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam, thanks for hanging out with me again today, and today's video is going to be an update on an awful lot of stuff. So, it's going to jump from one thing to the next to the next to the next. Pay attention. Or not. It's up to you. So first on the list is I want to talk about Craig over on the OAG RC. So this is Craig's charity build that it's a community project. He took bits and pieces from YouTubers and other people all over the world and put together an entire kit. So basically it is a DTO2, kind of like a Sand Viper. It has a Sand Viper body on there, but all the parts and pieces came off of everybody's different builds. Some are new parts, some are old parts, a lot of them are old parts, but it's a build from the RC community. He's raffling it off. I'll have the links to his channel and the raffle down below. You have a while to do it, but I would go ahead and head over there, claim you some tickets, get a chance to win the RC. It's basically ready to run. All you need to do is supply a battery and a charger. It has the radio, has the full running car. So all the proceeds are going to a local children's hospice near him that is evidently special to Craig. And, it's for kids, and kids in unfortunate circumstances. Anyway, not going to go too deep into it, but go check out Craig's video. I'll put some reminders along the way. You have 2 months to, a month and a half or so to get in and get tickets. So I will, as I do updates, I'll make sure to add a reminder in there so you guys, if you don't have the money right now, can go over there later. It's pretty cheap. I think they have a special going on. You get buy 10 tickets, get 10 tickets free. It's kind of the big offer, but I think there's also a buy 5, get 5 free. And it's like £2 a ticket. I think it was like $2.12 or so a ticket. So go get yourself some tickets. Next up, where'd I put it? Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on. The TTO2B has been upgraded. So now we have a full aluminum steering rack in it. Not that it needed to be aluminum, but it has much tighter tolerances than the plastic one. Plus we're riding on bearings now. Full turnbuckle set. So got the adjustable steering links, upper, front and rear arms. So we can make a lot more adjustments now. So the adjustable steering link is now attached to a Kimbrough large servo saver, number 124. And, had to be trimmed a little bit to fit, but those Kimbroughs are made for, dual steering, single steering, there's a ton of holes in there. So I just trimmed off one edge to keep it from rubbing up against the link. And we have, I was really fighting with what servo to put in here. I want to keep this a fairly budget build. I'm not putting super high-end electronics in there. I'm not putting all, top of the line stuff. And everything in here is on the budget line. So I decided to go with this Endure high-speed, low-profile servo. Didn't really need low profile, but it's what they had, and it seems pretty good. It's all metal gearing, and it seems pretty quick. So this one will get back out for a run sometime soon. So this one is ready to go. Took a while to get all the links done, and turnbuckles, I hate them. So up next is the Sandmaster 2.0. As you can tell, the pretty stickers didn't last for the first run. Basically, they were trashed by the time I got back in. We did put in, you guys helped. I put in some thicker oil in the rear to try to slow down that action a little bit, so now it's not as bouncy as it was. If you drop it, it's still a little bouncy, but it doesn't have the battery in here, so I'm hoping that smooths the ride out a little bit, and it won't kind of want to kick that rear end over. When I was driving it the first time, I noticed back while driving it, but especially back in the video, you can see the rear end kick out, kind of like a hopper would or something like that, because it's kind of bouncing around out there on the rear. So the rear end noise, we solved some of it. Some of it's not going to be able to be solved. So I took the whole thing apart. The diffs were fine. The internal gearing are these Chungus metal geared. There's the input gear and an idler gear and then the diff. Both the input and the idler gear are huge tooth gears that are metal. So those are just going to chatter no matter what you do. I put a bunch of grease in there to try to quiet it down, but you can't put so much in there because then you're just going to slow everything down because you're kind of hydrolocking the gear movement by packing grease in there. So there's a lot of grease in there, so it'll constantly be in between those gears, but it's still kind of noisy. Nowhere near as noisy as it was. The spur gear was a culprit of a lot of it, and a lot of the kind of that baseball card and the bicycle spokes kind of clicking noise it was making around there. Because those teeth are kind of mismolded and they flare out at the edges, and the gear is not perfectly centered, so it kind of goes tight to loose as it's moving around. And with those edges of those gears kind of flaring up, all I did was, once I had it out, I stuck the motor directly on a battery pack, and then I took one of these little file boards and filed the edge, just sanded down the edges of the spur. So just kind of let it sit there and run, and file a little bit, and file a little bit, listen to it, clean it up a little bit more, and then I went through with a little screwdriver and just cleaned out every edge, because when you file it, it's going to want to melt a little bit of plastic in there. So I just cleaned everything out. It is a whole lot quieter. So this is ready for its kind of second redemption run. Didn't change the motor. The pinion is still the plastic one right now. The only reason it's plastic is because, hey, it's a 27 tooth pinion, and that is literally the only size I didn't have. I had everything from 21 all the way up to like 34 in 48 pitch, and that was the one gear that I didn't have. So I ordered another one that should be here today or tomorrow. So we'll get that in there, actually have a metal gear in there instead of the plastic push-on pinion. And then I think this thing will be a whole lot of fun, and you know, it's not going to break any speed records. I may put another motor in there, put maybe a 17 turn in there just to pep it up a little bit. I don't want to make it crazy. I still want to make it drivable and still be able to have fun on the track and not destroy it. So we'll see about maybe a 17 tooth for that. I mean a 17 turn. Next up, this Gigantor thing here. Chassis, not a whole lot has changed. The light and sound kit is in, so I have the headlights and taillights here. Opted for no turn signals right now. I've got to go back through the manual, see if I can change the turn signals to just standard amber lights. If I can, I'm going to put those in for the kind of marker lights. If not, I don't know what we're gonna do. But I loathe turn signals on RC cars, and this thing is very obnoxious because the slightest input and blinking the turn signal no matter how you're turning. Speaker sounds good. You've got a ton of options to choose a different sound in here. We'll kind of go over that a little bit more in a separate video on this, but that's where we're at on that. And I do have a new set of wheels and tires. So these are some cheapy 1.9 B-locks with some Super Swamper rock tires. Cheapies off of Amazon, but they're a little bit taller. Now, obviously, it's exaggerated because it's going to basically be like that. So overall, they're about 3/4 of an inch taller. But I did check, even under, you know, kind of compression, they're not going to get into the Nerf bars, and they shouldn't get into the body. So we're going to run it with these and see how the stock ones do. They're going to suck, but we'll run it like this first, and then we're going to put these big guys on here, and I think it'll be a whole lot better. As far as this, I have ordered an 80 turn motor for it because I think the 27 turn is just going to be ridiculously too fast. I'd like to be able to keep it in second gear, drive it at a normal pace, and then kick it down to low to really get low speed and controllability, and then, you know, maybe once in a blue moon run it in high. But with the 3-speed in there, that 27 turn I think is going to be just too fast for it. So but I do have the body out in paint. I've got the champagne gold on the bottom, I've got the blue on the top, and then I just sprayed a coat of clear on that, so that is looking pretty good. There'll be some wet sanding still needs to be done, another couple coats of clear, but that's getting there. So hopefully the body and the decals and all that stuff will get wrapped up very soon. Not to spoil anything, but started building a trailer because I've got ADD, and the cheap trailer kit came in, and I needed to try to figure out how I'm going to build the top part of this, because it's not going to be a stock trailer. So what this is this is the, I think it's the Hercules flatbed trailer. It's the cheapy knockoff of the Tamiya flatbed trailer. But as you can see, there's no flatbed on it. So this is going to be something completely different to go with the theme of the truck. Not telling you because I don't want you guys to know what the theme of the truck is yet. But got this basically built so I can get everything mocked up and figure out my sizes and all that stuff. So that's one thing I've been working on as well. Okay, so one more build, and this one is just going to be a very sneak peek. It's the squish fan. There it is. Told you, sneak peek. So that's ready to go, I believe. I have to double check everything, but the body is finally done. And the Pajero, that body is still, needs some minor little details touched up and some decals put on. I just have not, painting lately for me has been a struggle. Not just, the hardness of painting, that's, within itself. It's just I haven't been interested in painting anything. And it just seems like one after another is needed to be painted. And I just don't want to. So I've been having to force myself to do a little bit here and there, get some stuff done. I've got Al's body done. Actually, no, there's one little tiny detail I got to finish on it. And then Al's body is done. I need to get that over to him. And we got this body to finish up. I got the Pajero body to finish up. And then, of course, I'm going to open up another kit shortly after that and probably have another one to build because I don't think any of them are pre-painted over there. It's a good problem to have. I'm not complaining. I'm just stating that, for some reason lately painting has been a pain in my ass. So Squishman Pajero. Oh, the charger. Kind of I promised a month-long kind of follow-up on this. I wanted to give it a little bit longer because I just have not used these a terrible amount. Now I have used it a fair amount. I've charged up, probably half dozen batteries on it so far. It works fantastic. Now there were some features in this one that I forgot to mention. I'm not sure if the other one has the capability. It probably does. But I know this one has Bluetooth capability, so you can get the app on your phone and you can change all the parameters on your phone. You can save different things, so you can just kind of scan the battery and it automatically sets the charger kind of thing. I have not used it personally, so I'm just going off of what I've read on it. I do know that they just recently came out with a new firmware update on it. I have not done that yet. I've just enjoyed it being able to sit right here. I can charge batteries while I'm working, and this thing isn't going the whole time with fans on it. So I'm really, really enjoying the charger. Actually, both chargers. But I found that the X2 Pro is kind of my go-to because I can actually charge two different batteries or two different types at the same time. So, if I do plan on doing a run video series or something, I can charge batteries for both of these guys or, this one and then like the Mad Van or something all at the same time. So I can just monitor them here and still be, getting cars ready or tinkering on something at the bench. But I will, we will do a follow-up on that. I will do a more in-depth kind of walkthrough of the GT Power sound and light unit. So I do appreciate the guys over at GT Power sending those over to me. So I actually saw the XT Pro dual charger on RC Mart the other day for I think $100. So for $100 it's a hell of a charger. It has all kinds of features with it, but like I said, we'll have kind of a dedicated video of this, the other charger, and then we'll kind of go over the features and functions of the light and sound unit in this. But I kind of want to get the body and everything on it so it looks and sounds better than just sitting here with a pile of spaghetti wires on it. Let's see, let me check the list. Craig's charity build. Go down in the links below. Click on Craig's video so he explains the whole thing about how the car was built and all the people involved. And then his link, he actually has the raffle linked in there. I'll have both his channel or the video for that and the raffle link down below. So check that out. Get your tickets for that. Don't buy too many because I'm trying to win it. Just saying. TT02, Sandmaster, Hilux, trailer. Oh, one of the things is I'm still waiting for the Hotshot 2 to come available. I really want to get the kit. I'd really love to build it, but still hasn't hit the States. So you guys over in the UK that have been getting them, I'm jealous, but not that I don't have anything else to do. But, I still would like to get my hands on it. Let's see, Squishman, Pajero, Chargers. All right, so we got through the list. I know it was kind of a long, kind of jumbled up mashup, but that's what's going on around here. I hope everybody out there is enjoying themselves, having fun on your own projects. And as always, everybody be happy, be healthy, be safe, and I will catch you on the next one. See you guys. Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam. Thanks for hanging out with me again today. And today is going to be cars jumping the hell off the bench.